Too sweet. So, everybody on, Maharaji didn't sell us anything either. He didn't make us feel there was anything we had to do. We were home. He used to say, when you come here, you should feel like you're in your grandfather's house. Everything is given. You don't have to do save it to eat. You want to cook your own food? Here's pots and pans. Here's whatever you want. It wasn't like the great saint bestowing his grace on others. It was funky. It was loving. It was sweet. It was personal. It was intimate. Everybody's hanging around. It was weird. We just sat around doing nothing. Nothing ever happened. Other places, people would jump up and bark like dogs and like chickens. Quack, quack. Around Maharaji's, nothing ever happened except love. So much love. When we would allow that, when he would bring us. So the way he taught was, you would be in this wonderful, loving space, and then your mind would kick in, and you start, you're sitting there right in front of him feeling like shit, I'm such a busy, and then you turn your head, and boom, you get hit in the heart with a banana, and you look, and he goes, ah, and then you're back. And then, 30 seconds later, back, in, out, in, out. In. That's the way it was. That's how it was, He would drag us into the room where love lives. We would drag ourselves out. So he'd drag us back. We'd drag ourselves out. He'd drag us back. It was like that. But teaching or proselytizing or telling people what to do, other than go away, never happened. He used to say, go away is my mantra. Jao. Jao. So one Indian guy came with a friend of his once, and he gets there, and Maharaji says, why did you come? Says to the guy's friend, why did you come? At your guru's place, there's kirtan, bhajan, save, everything's going on. Here, it's just ow, cow, jao. Come, eat, go. And it was. He didn't need you to be there. He's everywhere. And he's aware of everything, There was nothing he didn't know, nothing he couldn't know. No period of time he isn't present. And Hanumanji is called Trikalaveshan, the dweller in the three times. Past, future, present. And he is Hanuman. So. Give Eric 5 rupees. There's somebody here. Raise your hand so he knows.
Hola. Thank you so much for all that you're sharing today.
Okay.
Specifically, I really enjoy the raw simplicity by which you transmit the truth. And it's so simple. It's unique for sure. Your simplicity is magnificent for me.
I get letters from all these old Indian ladies.
You should not talk like that. Spiritual people don't talk like that.
It's so funny. I love it. These grandmas write to me.
Yeah. It's very effective. I find myself sitting here this entire time, cycling through questions that I eventually agree with myself that I know the answer to. And I'm like, oh, he'll just say, love everyone, tell the truth, serve them. And I realize that there is one particular subject that I'm still trying to feel and receive in my life. Mm-hmm. And that is that I've been on this path for many years of witnessing God in everything and receiving life in a devotional way. But many times I find that I know how to do certain things for myself, my practice, my sadhana, but I still am sharing. And I'm like, can I just go away? I know what to do and just go to the mountain. And why do I need to be so involved with sharing and all of this? And I realized that it's so continuous in my life that sometimes I don't feel complete if I'm not in service. And I'll even go on travel trips and everything, and I'm like, something is unsettled, and then I find something to share, or be of service, or be involved, and I feel full again. I feel fully present and connected. And so my question to you is that an aspect of devotion, to only feel complete when you're in service? Because I wonder if it's an escape for me.
Well, it's better than robbing banks. You know, Maharaji once said to me, if you ask about service, it's not service. Do what you want, he said. Now, that was at my last darshan with him. I was going back to America, and as it turned out, I haven't seen him again yet. And I had been celibate for 2.5 years, and I was trying to figure out, I was going back to New York, what am I going to do? I've been walking around in America, in India with barefoot in a red dress, you know. I don't think that's going to work in New York. You know, what should I do? I better ask him. No, don't you dare ask what's wrong with you, you miserable shit. Don't you have any faith? I said, no, I don't have any faith. I'm going back to New York. There's no faith in New York. You better. So I'm fighting with myself. Finally, I blurred out, Maharaji, how can I serve you in America? He looked like he bit a pickle. He said, you ask about service, it's not service. Do what you want. I had been celibate for 2.5 years. I knew what I wanted to do. And he knew what I wanted to do. And he knew, I knew he knew. And I knew he knew, I knew he knew. And we looked at each other, and he just cracked up, and he laughed. He said, ah, so how will you serve me? Do what you want. That's what he told me. That was the thing. Do what you want. Best thing he could ever tell me. It's up to me. It's up to me. Find out what I do want. So I spent like 25 years doing what I thought I wanted until it would turn out that it wasn't what I wanted. And then I'm singing. That's what I want to do. So there's nobody had to tell me. Nobody had to say, this is what you need to do, this is good for you. Because I would have said, fuck you, good for me. You know, what do you know? And even if I did it, it would have been completely different. I do this because I want to do it. And because I need to do it. There's no mystery to it. Right? When you feel that way about what you're doing, that's will be when you're happy.
I guess I'm going to sing then. Thank you.
Yeah. Meantime, rob banks. Yeah, you know, nobody tells us to do what we want. Here was the king of the universe telling me to do what I wanted. Jesus, so to speak.
Namaste, Guruji. So,
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. My name is Jasmine. I was born and raised in Liberia, so it was a dream to come to America. And the only way I could come here was to go to a cool school. And I went to NYU, and I lived in Fifth Avenue. They told me that the coolest yoga studio here is Jiva Mukti.
Yeah.
And I got to meet you 13 years ago, so I came up to you and I said, hi, I'm Jasmine. I can say the Hanuman Chalisa because I'm Indian. And you said...
Uh-oh.
And you said, Namaste ji, kaisi hain aap? Kahan se hain aap? And I was like so humble, so modest, so thank you so much. I feel very comfortable on the topic of service to share with you what Tulsidas ji, also he prayed to Ram ji, said. He said, he used to donate food and give out meals, and always his eyes was on the floor. And then they asked him, they said, "Aap aankhein niche karke kyun khana dete hain? Like, why is your eyes on the floor when you distribute and donate and do service?" So this is what he said. He said, "Log bhram hum pe kare तासो नीचे नैन देवन वाला कोई और है देवे दिन नैन. Thank you.
Okay, can you translate for everybody, including me? Thank you.
So Tulsidas ji said, Log Brahm hum pe kare. So people should think that I am serving them. That I am serving them. I am serving. But taso niche nen, that's why I look down. Devan wala koi aur hai. Somebody else is serving them. Deve dinnen means the giver of what I am the conduit of is giving without fail, night and day and night, night and day and night. Thank you.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. That's from the Ramcharitmanas probably, and that's what we've been talking about, the Tulsidas Ramayana. It's such a great book. You don't need anything else. Everything's in that book. The whole universe is in that book. Everything, all the philosophy you'll ever need is in that book. All the teaching you'll ever need is in that book. All the bhakti you'll ever need is in that book. It's amazing. Just amazing. It's called the Ramcharitmanas. You can get it on Amazon. It's the Ramayana by Tulsidas. 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 Tulsi is the leaf, the sacred leaf, and he's the servant of that Tulsi, and the wood that the malas are made out of. So, yeah, everything's in that book. That book will rewire your brain completely. It's so amazing. Story goes along like for a few pages. This happens, and then somebody meets Ram, and then the story goes up like this for like 30 pages, like his eyes, and his long arms like the trunk of an elephant, and his swarthy skin, and just like, you know, it's like you're an ex, and then boop, the kid starts walking along again. It's really, because we're from the West. When we talk about love, mostly 99.9%, we understand it as romantic love between two different things. But there's another kind of love that's not between two things. And this is what comes from the Ramcharitmanas. It describes this kind of love, which we're not wired for. We just, because nobody had it here. We're not wired for it. So it rewired me quite a bit. Reading it. The very first time Ramdas lent me his copy back in 68, 69. So, and Maharaji loved Ramcharitmanas, and he had the chapter about Hanumanji. He had that read in the temple every Tuesday, sung. You know, it's all poetry. It's all poetry. That you sing it, and it's so beautiful. Yeah. There were 3 guys who used to come every Tuesday, and they would sit out and sing. And I kind of liked them. And then I said to KK one day, saying, "Oh, you know these guys that come and they sing?" "Yeah, I know them. They sing like they're cutting a tree down." It was too funny, like they're sawing a tree down. KK was cranky too. Like KK was the most beautiful singer there ever was. He was amazing. All right. Anybody urgent? Otherwise we sing. Oh yeah, hi.
Sorry, I'm the aunt. I just had
Auntie,
one.
yeah. Okay, very good.
Hi, I just had a really quick question for you about the devotional chants themselves, about the words. I'm relatively new to devotional chanting. My shaman actually had introduced me to your work, and that one song in particular, "Show Me Love." That song, again, I don't speak Sanskrit, but every time I listen to that song, I'm just moved to tears, moved to tears. I can listen to it 5, 10 times in a row, just moved to tears. I'm just curious if you can talk a little bit just about the words themselves and how they vibrate, or what is it about the words in the chants that move us in such a deep, profound way?
Well, Foreigner wrote that song.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I remember the first time I heard it, I was driving through the desert in, what's that big desert? Not the Gobi Desert. In, California.
The Mojave?
Huh?
Mojave?
Mojave Desert, yeah. I was driving through the Mojave Desert, and he came on. I almost drove the car off the road. So yeah, that song's a combination of the mantras to the goddess, and that those words which bring out that longing in our hearts, which is very sweet and very rich, and very nice. Yeah. So that works good together, especially with the mantras. That also gives it another dimension.
So is that a song that you wrote based off the Foreigner song with the mantra? Well, the mantras come from the Durga Puja. I guess the melody I came up with. So I stole from the Durga Puja and I stole from Foreigner. I didn't have to pay Durga, but I had to pay Foreigner. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay.
Hello.
Wake the band up and get them some coffee so they get up here. Yeah, hi.
I just wanted to say it's really great to see you again and to be here and sing with you and everybody. Really great questions that have also been running through my mind. I keep trying to answer the question that I have through what everybody and you have said, but I've been confronted recently with this idea that's new to me about there being an evil thing behind yoga, chanting, all these things. And this came from somebody who I guess is a believer and Christian, and she just went on and on and on about this without being provoked. I was presented with an opportunity to help with something with my kids, and she basically said no yoga, do not speak of that, and told this story.
Because the born-again Christians believe the devil lives inside of us. So if you look inside, you're giving the devil, you're getting involved with the devil. It's complete opposite insanity, Nothing inside but love. But the belief, that is the devil actually, as far as I'm concerned. That belief. And clearer words, never spoken. The fear of your own self. That's the devil. Yeah. Yeah, we have all kinds of destructive tendencies, all kinds of bullshit, all kinds of sicknesses and disease in our minds and bodies. But our hearts are pure, and God lives within us as who we truly are. Our souls are 100% pure. Can't be tainted. It can't be cut, can't be wet, doesn't live, doesn't die. It's forever in our souls. So the belief that the devil lives inside, that's really the devil speaking himself in his very words, as far as I'm concerned. But that's karma too. Let them believe it and live it. If they can live good lives and be good people and not hurt people, that would be nice. But it's hard to do that when you're afraid of yourself. And there's nothing to be afraid of. Everything is, everything inside is Buddha nature. Everybody has it. So it's just a question of uncovering it. But the fear of looking inside, because they don't know how to deal with their anger and their shame and their grief and all that stuff and all the viciousness. So it drives them crazy. And that's really sad. What to do? Keep singing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I feel like there's, it was this very strong message of kind of what you said about looking within yourself is wrong, and you give everything up to God, to Jesus, and there's a skeptic in me, so it kind of raised that thing of oh my gosh, I don't feel that I'm doing anything bad. I feel good when I meditate. I feel good when I chant.
Yeah.
It's, but it was like that thing of, oh no, I don't want to be hurting anybody, and I brought it to my spiritual teacher, and she kind of said, like, they find that to be so powerful and so strong that they're afraid. So I wonder if you've like ever been confronted with a similar thing and how you respond to it, because it's like, how do I be in community when I'm being confronted with this? It's
compassion for that person.
Yeah.
If you don't, but you have to trust yourself too. But if you don't trust yourself yet, those kind of issues can be very disturbing. You have to work that out. But if you do trust yourself, then it's not even a blip. We asked Maharaji, told us meditate like Christ. How did he meditate? He lost himself in love. He loved all beings. He's one with all beings. He never died. I don't know the Jesus these people are talking about. There's not anybody I know. And they don't know either. So it's unfortunate. But all the best. May they be happy. May they be safe. May they be free from suffering. So what to do?
Thank you.
But if it shakes you up, that's good. You have to find your own center to kind of chill yourself out. And that doesn't mean you can go that way. But you can tell what kind of a tree it is from the fruit, these are not happy people. So what to do? Nor are they compassionate or kind or giving to themselves or anybody else. Unless you believe what they believe, and that's called a cult. So, anyway, it's irrelevant. Everybody's allowed to believe what they want. Maharaji never proselytized or anything like that, Indians don't proselytize it. Everything's available. And you want to believe this? Fine, cool. Some people worship rocks. Some people worship clouds. Some people worship other people. Some people don't worship anything. Fine. In India, everything's okay. Whatever you want to do is cool. As long as you let me do what I want to do, then you can do what you want to do. Nobody tells people what to do. Until recently. Well, let's not talk politics. So, let's sing, huh? Anybody? Where are those miserable? They're down in the fucking cafe drinking coffee. Where are they? Here they are. Huh? Ice cream. Oh yeah, I told you to go get ice cream. I didn't tell you to go for 3 hours. So at 6:30, there's food in the dining room, and we are going to stop at 6:30 on the button because that's what we were told to do. So just so you know, when it's over, it's over. So this chant is to Maharaji, Nim Karoli Baba. Om Namo Gurudev. Nim Karoli Babaya. Nim Karoli Babaya Namaha. So we just sing along. So I was asked to sing this, so I'm going to. Has many meanings. There's a land, so I've been told, every street is lined with gold, and it's just across the borderline. When it's time to take your turn, there's a lesson you must learn. You could lose than you ever hope to find. And when you reach the broken promised land, and every dream slips from your hand, and you know it's too late to change your mind. You pay the price to come so far, just to wind up where you are, and you're still just across the borderline. Up and down the Rio Grande, 1,000 footprints in the sand reveal the secret no one can define. The river flows on like a breath, in between our life and death. Tell me who's next to cross the borderline. And when you reach the broken promised land, and every dream slips from your hand, and you know it's too late to change your mind. You paid the price to come so far, just to wind up where you are, and you're still just across the borderline. Just to wind up where you are, and you're still just across the borderline. too late to change your mind. You paid the price to come so far, just to wind up where you are, and you're still just across the borderline. There's a line, so I've been told, every street is lined with gold, and it's just across the borderline. When it's time to take your turn, there's a lesson you must learn. You could lose more than you ever hoped to find. And when you reach the broken promised land, and every dream slips from your hand, and you know it's too late to change your mind. You paid the price to come so far, just to wind up where you are, and you're still just across the borderline. And you're still just across the borderline. Thank you, Rai Cooter. Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nijamana Mukuru Sudhara Varana Raghupara Tamala Jasu Chodayaku Palachari Buddhin Tanu Janike Sumeron Pavana Kumar Siaram Balabudhi Vidya Dehu Mohin Haru Kale Sabikar Siavara Ramachandra Padje Sharanam Jai Hanuman Gyana Guna Saga Jai Kadisi Loka Puja Ramaduta Turita Baladam Anjani Putra Pavana Sutanam Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi Kumati Nivara ati chatur ram kaj karibe koa Prabhu charitra sunibe korasiya Rama Lakshmana Sita Manavasiya Sukshma Rupa Dharansiya Indekama Vikata Rupa Dhare Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 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 As we say in India, may the name be with you. Namaste. Take good care. Bye-bye.